I just saw you then. I was like, oh, I'm a bit early, but I'll just wait and see who comes in. Here I'm waiting. Do we need a light on? I need a light on. I don't know if that's made any difference apart from showing my grey hairs, but there you go. And how are you this morning, Tapper? And this is going to be a short one. Yeah, I'm good. I just was observing today, and I'm going to have some time out of the internet. And I mean, I'm on it now, but I mean, I'm not looking at anything today. I'm going to get on with some crafting, get stuck in. But hi, Effie. I'll just wait for a couple more to come in and I'll start, because it's just a little one of what I saw when I was out this morning, and it is really I don't think I need that light. It's really nice and sunny out today. It's gorgeous. Or do I need that light? Can't make out as if I need the light or not. I need it there. A little bit. So, how's Effie this morning? I've got a new piece. I've got a little shawl thing on that I'm gonna, when I go into my little coffee chat, though I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking what am I drinking? Chamomile tea. And just nearly drank the string. I like this colour. I got some new bits today, but they're not new. I'd say they're recycled because they're not new. Anyway, hi Floradora. So I'll get talking because I don't want to be on for long because I've got stuff to do. It's just what happened this morning. So I'm good. It's only 2 a.m. Oh, hi Jennifer. So I had to go to this thing today, this job thing that I have to go to at a library, and I'll go off on my travels to get there. Oh no, first of all, take little legs to school. There's a friend there that I used to live next door to years and years ago, and she knows about cute. I was like, oh yeah. She went, oh yeah, my boss told me. I was like, hi National, hi anyone who's in chat. I'm just going to get on with this because I'll get distracted. And Deborah, and she's like, are you on your own? Like, oh, you'd get on with my boss, you know. You'd get on with my boss. Said he's into all these. They've got a, like a WhatsApp group. Blah, blah, blah. You'd have to get in it, you know. They're into all the so-called conspiracies. I went, oh yeah. So I said, oh yeah, fair enough. So that was quite funny. And then I go off to this place, and we're all stood outside waiting. I went in, like sat there, I'm like, oh, there's some new people here now. When I went, I was thinking to myself, I need to hear something today that I know people are waking up. I've already had the friend in the garden, the friend at school the other week, the one I was talking to today that knows about Q and all that sort of stuff. Glad you're alive today. Oh, right, yeah. And as I'm stood there, I'm looking out at this building, and I'm like, oh, never noticed that before because I'm not down in that area a lot. And I'm like, that's nice. Now they're making apartments. I know there's a lot of these around the world. But they're making these apartments, and it's all full of green and ivy and these grassy things sticking out because they're making the building look all, green and bringing nature in. I was like making it more green, even though obviously it's in the town centre. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. So anyway, I was thinking to myself, I need to hear something somewhere that we can see people waking up. So normally when I go to this place, everyone's just like, sat there, not really bothered. I'm just sat up, like I'll listen because I was supposed to be on a course the week, but there wasn't enough people to go on it yet, so I've got to wait. So I was like, yeah, maybe it's one of them things that wasn't supposed to go that time, so whatever. So I'm listening, and she asked me a few questions, and I was telling her what I'm thinking of doing, and then she said to this man, and I thought, I've not seen him before, and I just had this feeling he just came across his energy like he knew something. And all of a sudden they got to him and he said, well, what do you want to do? And he was like, I just want to do something like van driving. And she's like what, like delivering? He's like, yeah. He said, I used to work as this, that, and the other. But he said something about the banks. He went, you know what? But the banks all own that, don't they? So I was like, hey, up, this one knows. And he's like, yeah. Anyway, so he was sort of going on, and then they said to him, he said something, they were going on about jobs and like how they get you in for 3 months now to see if you're worth it, you know, if you're going to turn up, if you're on time, which obviously they're going to look for people who, you know, are turning up to work, which is fair enough, because as the title is, there's got to be balance, even in the 3D. Some people think they've just got to not do nothing because it's part of the so-called system. Let's bring a bit of balance in. If we were balanced in work life, everyone would be a lot happier. The reason why people aren't balanced is because it's not balanced. I'm not saying all jobs are like that. There are good firms out there, there are good people for work for that are flexible, and if you're giving your full potential, they'll give you something back, you know, like it's balanced flexi. So he says, she says, the woman says, oh well, yeah, you know, they're looking for that, and he went, and you know, if you go for a job and it was only for 3 months or 4 months, you might get taken on if you're doing, you know, your best and you're turning up every day. And the guy turned around and went, yeah. He said, what you're saying is for the people who bend over backwards. And she was like, no, like I've been with. He went, yeah, for the yes people that are bending over backwards all the time, not the ones who, you know, are not bending over backwards. And that's where I thought, there it is. Oh, there it is. And I was just sat there thinking, oh, I could really just say something now, but I'm not even going to get involved in it all. Normally I'd be like, phew. I just sort of sat there and went, someone else said something and I went, it's just about balance, isn't it? And the woman's like, yeah. And I thought, and the funny thing is, yes, they will go for the yes people because it's probably happened to you in your life. It's happened to me in my life where I've said yes at work situations, and the more you say yes, the more they put it on you. And I'd be looking at other people thinking, well, they're not doing anything over there. Why am I getting all the work? Why am I getting on? And it's like, yeah, because they stand up sometimes. But there's balance because you're not supposed to be taking the mick out of your boss. You know, you're not doing any work. This is where I'm saying the balance comes in. If you find the right balance in a job, and a job that can be, you know, flexible, if you've got kids and this, that, and the other, because this is why we all find it hard, one. That's what it's all about. But the way the guy was saying it, he did get a bit like passive aggressive sort of thing. And he was like, and I just thought, oh, there it is. There's the little message I was asking for. Someone actually said that at the job place. And I was like, because some bosses do that. As soon as they know you'll say yes, and won't stand up for yourself or won't, you know, I don't mean taking the mick all the time. They put the load on them people, and they want to take the people on, obviously, that say yes, and yes, because then it's like 1 minute it's like, can you work later? Can you start doing weekends? And the next minute you work. That's what they want. But I'm not saying that's everybody, because it's not everybody. Yeah, give an inch, take a mile. So the guy was writing what he was saying, but the woman was also writing what they were saying, man and woman there. Balance, because she was saying, oh yeah, but you know, you've got to turn up to work, you've got to be there on time. And I thought, yeah, there's just got to be balance in the workplace. More and more people would like going to work if there was more balance in the workplace and we weren't working for hours and there was more respect on both sides. Because some bosses do get on the power trip, and don't they? Because like I said before, you get some bosses, when I was talking about bullying the other day, that were bullied and think when they become a boss, well, I'm in charge of you. Oh, I can be a bully now, you know, I'm going to take all my traumas out on those people there. And then you make them end up going on the sick, or, you know, all that sort of stuff. And that's how the cycles go around yet again. So that's what I saw today. And I was like, yeah, saw that. So that was interesting. And it is just a mini chat because I just thought I'd come and throw that out there. So it is about balance in every area. So if you're one of them who's like him, knows about stuff, and then is totally freaked out, he's not been working for a long time, as in he doesn't want to be in the system. But it's not about that, is it? It's like, well, you can be in both sides of it as long as you've got, you know, if you've got a good job and something you love to do, that's what it's about. And they're not taking it, and there's respect on both sides. Or you're going self-employed or whatever, you could work around it. So it's a bit of give and take in the 3D as well. Like I said, we're not totally leaving Mother Earth, are we? We're still here. Still things we have to do for now. Anyway, also, and it's communication again. And I was sat in the garden just before I came on, and there was a load of Canadian geese going over. We get a lot of Canadian geese, and they're doing the whole migration thing. You know, they're all flying over. And I'm watching them thinking, oh, that's nice. Like, they're all communicating with each other, and they're all staying in formation. They're all like, but they're all staying in formation, all going together. And that's how it should be. Where we go one, we go all. That's how it should be. They're balanced. Some were flying on this side, some were on that side. They were all going in like an arrow shape. So they were balanced. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you've got to be awake. Yeah, being awake means having feet in both worlds. It does. And that's why, don't know where it's gone again now. Where's that book gone? The book that I keep losing. Yeah, anyway, the picture that I showed you of the woman with the feet rooted in earth and the hair and that going up to the cosmos, because it's in both worlds, both realms. Also, the moon was out, right? It's still out, I think. I was looking at the moon and I'm like, how do people seriously look at that moon when it's out in the day and go, yeah, that's what, 250,000 miles, but I don't even know how far away they say it is. Is it bleep, 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 bleep? It's within the dome, or whatever you want to say. People get triggered by that. Just like the alchemy book, the stars, the moon, and the sun. I see it like the sun and the moon, the sun, father, the moon, mother. Who are our children? The stars are in our, what's the word? And even NASA have said that now. You know, the picture I showed you, hi. You know, there was little spheres, atoms, photons, whatever you called it. Everything's made up of, and ours is there. And then we have, you know, the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the stars, the children, the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. There's a lot of light in the dark here. That's why, you know, everything's everything. Also, I see it as the sun, and I see the moon as sort of, I'm going to do a chat on this. I see the moon as sort of the black sun because it's the opposite, but it's still, they're still the luminaries. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked at it thinking, how do people, mind you, it's not how do people not know that, look at it and think that's within our vicinity, not out there millions of miles away, whatever they say it is, because you just look at it and think, no, you look like you could touch it sometimes, if you know what I'm saying. And it's just because people aren't aware and they don't look up to look at anything because they're too busy, as I was walking around today, like this, walking around, shopping. What, a woman on the bus, just constantly like this, scrolling, and I could see what she was scrolling. She was just scrolling, you know, the news, the Sun paper, clothes, and she sat, and I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm on the bus and I'm thinking, hi, alchemy of life. I'm thinking, so they're all on the phones looking at the news, you know, mainstream media. And then what do they give out free? I don't know if they do this in America or anywhere else. What do they give out free on the buses, people? Bit brainwashing, because nothing's for free, you know, vaccines and all, flu jab and all that. What do they give out on the bus for free? Anybody know? You might not go on the bus, but I'm just saying, can anyone guess? No, not Wi-Fi. An ancient thing, you know. It's not really ancient, but it's not computerized, put it that way. They give out free newspapers. So they're all on the phone looking at the news, you know, what's going on in the world on the fake news. And then, oh, got a free paper here, got a free paper. Think I'll read that, the free paper. Yeah, because that's really got like the truth in it, hasn't it? Maybe snippets. So you see the brainwashing on your phone. You got your free newspaper with what in it? The truth? I don't think so. I see people. Oh, there's the dragon. I see people, you know, doing their old little routine in the morning. Some of you might still do it. I think I'll go and get the newspaper. Really? What, to dumb you down? I mean, some people get it because we laugh at it because it's like, oh, they're saying that. Probably means the total opposite. I'm not saying everything. Snippets are put in there, you know, but mostly it's to dumb everyone down and put everyone in fear. And I was just observing, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. I was just observing what was going on, and I was like, I'll just look at the moon, and I'm on the bus looking at the moon, like, yeah, because I mean, what it's in our realm, innit? It's you know what I mean? It's in our dome, if you want to call it. And then we can look out through it, and there's much more going on. And I'm just like, but people don't want to look up, do they? Too busy looking down on the phone. So that was that. That was the morning. I was just thinking, and it is beautiful today. I'm feeling very energized, like, because of the sun. And I think that's why they tried to cover the sun up, because we're like solar powered beings, because we're made of light. And then, like the film, if anyone's not seen it, Higher Power, I told Tapper to go and watch it, said it was great, it's brilliant. We are the alien. I will be talking about this. We are Our higher self is that alien form that you freaked out by. And also, like in that film, when they said about the where have you been at the what was it, research center, I'll say it again, Nico, what did they call him? Nico Solar. You write that word out, Nico Solar, and you say it fast enough, Nico Solar, Nico Solar, Nikola Tesla, because it was blue lighting, Nikola Tesla. Does anyone get what I'm saying? Nico Solar. Just going to put it, you take a few words out. I'm going to write it down now. Nico, I might be spelling solar wrong. I don't know. I don't know if it's got an R in it or what. But I've not put an R in it. And instead of a C, I've put a K. Nico Solar, Nikola, as in Nikola Tesla with a kicking K. Nikola Tesla. So, hi Brian, hi everybody who's in. So, if you watch the film, you might understand what I was going on about, because the electrical universe is what Tesla found out. Some people go, it's nothing new. No, but Tesla brought it back, you know, the free energy research center. That's what they were saying in that film. We are the powerful beings. We are those superhuman beings, those things that you're scared of called ETs. It's sort of us, the 17. And because if you watch the film, there is this ET, there is this alien face that you see, that is him, that is us, it's our higher self. I'm going to be talking about that another day because I'll be here all day. So anyway, that was that. I'm sat here making up, because that's why I've got to get my stuff done. I'm sat here making some lovely bracelets. I've got to be making more of them, but they do take time because they're very fiddly. I am doing some men's jewellery. I don't know what doing with, and I don't know what stone this is. Anyone know what that is? Gemstone. But I will be doing some men's jewellery with this on. I just don't know what I'm doing yet. Also, this top I've got on, for the ladies that like shopping stuff. What's the name of the movie? The movie is called Higher Power. Is it Jasper? Is it Jasper? I don't know. I'm going to have to try and look it up. Higher Power. You guys see what Disney has done to Netflix. If you get Disney Plus, you'll see that they are really taking over the streaming industry. And they have all of their content on one platform. Yeah, they're saying that they're supposed to be taking over, not them, but YouTube on the 10th of December. If people are not, what's it called, got advertising on, they're going to take the people off, like me, because I'm not. But I'll end up going to bloody Zoom or something. I don't know. But I'm not really worried about that at the minute, because at the end of the day, Q's got everything. They are getting seen for what they are, so they're gonna, you know, whatever. But the thing is, with the films don't bother me because I can see through it. But that film was amazing, and I'm sure it's by Lionsgate. Some of the films that I'm watching are by Lionsgate Productions, which makes me laugh because I think Lionsgate. And someone just said something about a Palladian, not a Palladian, Sumerian, Lyran. And I thought, oh, I just got a new one of these. I've not got it yet, one of these. And it's got a big line on it in blue, you know, because I've got this thing about blue at the minute, and I feel like Palladian energy, something, and I'm like, yeah, I thought that's funny, that's coming. Same here, we see right through the movie, so I can still enjoy them because I see right through it. But that movie, they were telling the truth. It's just the only thing they were saying in it that I could see was you get your power from being angry. So you've got to be angry to get your light power, and all the power was coming out of his hands and the force, the source. And I thought, no, you use your anger, but you take it within. You don't hurt people with it. Or he might have been doing that actually. Maybe he was thinking about something and you bring it out, but not to hurt people. He was helping to say, I'm not going to go through it anyway because you might not have seen it. So what do you think about vegans? What about vegans? I don't eat meat. I'm not a full-on vegan, but I don't eat meat. It just fell away from me. I just chose not to, because the thing that I have about energy at the minute is everything's energy. And you could debate, well, everything's energy. It's like, yeah, but the way animals are thinking today, sorry, meat eaters, it's not an argument to have, slaughtered today and stuff. I believe that that energy goes inside you. And if you've ever seen the film, Where's the film? It's a really weird film. I'll have to find it, where it's a bit creepy and they go into this other dimension. Yeah. And there's these animals that are really weird, like a crocodile with loads of laser teeth, not normal. And this girl gets killed by this thing, this bear thing. I don't even know what it is. And when it eats her and it goes up to the friends and it's a bit creepy. It's not like a horror film, it's just a weird, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The animal goes up to someone and you've got to show no fear. And when it opens its mouth to go, wah, you can hear her screaming inside of it. Not because she's alive in the animal, it's her energy. She was traumatized. Anyone gets what I'm saying? So, what's the film called? Inhalation or something? I can't remember, but it was weird. But it makes more sense now. I might have to go and rewatch it, because at the time I was like, what the hell is this film about? But energy. But I just chose not to eat meat. I went down to chicken. It was just chicken. I didn't really eat red meat anyway. Chicken and fish. I don't eat fish anymore. I don't eat meat. Each their own and everything. But I think even on the sides of meat eaters, it should be more in balance. Everything's about balance, because we consume too much. Everyone's too greedy these days. And then the animals end up being kept in really horrendous places that not a lot of people know. And the conditions they're kept in and what they do, not really going into it. But, you know, spirit of an animal as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of communities all fighting against each other, vegans versus meat eaters, this, that, and the other. It's all about balance. You're not going to get everyone to not eat meat, but it'd be good if people didn't consume too much, and then they wouldn't be in the situation we're in. With everything's happening. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. So, yeah, I'm just going to show you some bits before I go. So I got this top today. I went in a thrift shop because, you know me, I'm not bothered. I prefer thrift shops, and because I just do. And, you know, if I see something new and I've got the money, I'll buy it. But if not, then I don't, because I just don't see the point. I'm not into fashion, as in I don't follow the crowd. I mean, look what the fashion were putting out the other day. Men's fashion with "kill me" on the jumper. What's all that about? We know what fashion is. It's a throwaway society today. So because I brought, yeah, I love green because it's earthy in it. Because I brought some new bits. I mean, they're not new, they're old. I've got to get rid of some and take them to a thrift shop. To make way for these, I'll have to get rid of some. So it's all about balance. You don't want too much stuff. So if you're buying some new stuff, maybe get some other stuff out. Yeah, I love green. I like this minty green colour. So I got this, and it's like what you call it? I like it on one shoulder like this. So got that, and then I got, I'll show you. Oh, I've changed the background. So I got another green one. I like earthy colours. I like bright colours, but I really do like earthy colours. I got this one. You'll never guess how much they were. £1 each. So I got all these. Is this inside out? It's inside out. I got all these for £5. It's like, yeah. As Roxanne would say, champagne lifestyle, but we do it lemonade style. Who's bothered? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't have to be, oh my God, I've got the latest thing. I mean, you can be if that's where you are, but I'm just not like that. This one, I like loose fitting things, well, like on top, because even though I live in the UK and get cold, I get quite warm sometimes. So I don't like big, thick jumpers. I'm not really a jumper person, even in the UK, even at this time of year. And these are all like quite newish, but people chuck things away. They don't have them for long. They're not all, you know. I've got this little bolero in dark blue, because I don't really do a lot of black, but I do like dark blue. This is really cute. I love stuff like that. It's coming across as a bit purple, but it is actually navy blue. It's coming across as like purple. It's not this colour that it looks on camera at all. It's navy blue. Bolero. Yeah, I just saw it today because I was out and about. This thing was like 17 thumbs up. Something called me over, and it went, everything for £1 went going in there, because I had £5 in change. And I thought, well, I was needing some new cardigans like for winter. Like I said, I'm not a jumper person, but I am like this sort of person with holes in to breathe, because I do get warm. I like to layer up, so I love this. It's so comfy, and they're all like look pretty newish, so I'm pretty chuffed. pretty chuffed. But like I said, chuck away society. We should recycle them. People have really funny things about, you know, like this one. See, if we went in a shop, we could go, right, I'm getting rid of these bits. I've got 5 pieces of clothing. Can I swap 5 pieces of clothing for another 5 pieces of clothing? So it's like a money exchange, but you got no money. You're just exchanging clothes so everyone could recycle. You know, when you get a bit bored, it's like, oh, I'm looking for something. I'm going to take this in. Can I swap it for that? So you're using your clothing as money to get clothes, because it's like, does anyone get what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you could just go in and get what you need, not what you want, just what you need. And then this one I thought was so lovely. And I was like, and they're from good shops as well, so, you know, were. So I thought, you know, and this one I really like. This is so cute. I love stuff like this. I've always been like this. Mum's like, why do you always dress like you always look like gypsy sort of stuff, this, that, and the other. Way, because that's me. Maybe I was a gypsy in a past life. So, but, you know, that's just me. It's what I like. But this is so cute. It's one of these. It ties. Reminds me like a ballerina top thing. It's all, I love crocheted stuff. Don't know what it is about crochet. I just love it. Look at the sleeves. Oh, just love it. I like hippy dippy stuff. So, you know, this one ties there. So I was pretty chuffed. Thought, ooh, 5 new cardigans, because it's winter and I haven't really got a lot of like cardies. So I thought, 5 for £5. I'm going back there again. I was like scanning the area. I was like, ooh. But what I'm going to do this week is sort some other clothes out, put these in my wardrobe and get rid of, even if it's 5 pieces, to put 5 pieces back in. So yeah. And that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to come on quick to just tell you about the guy that said that about the system. And, you know, we've got to be doing it. It's just we've got to do it in balance. If we can find something that we're in balance with, and the job's in balance with how we want to live, then it's okay. It doesn't mean you totally have to be out of the system, you know, because that system is going to be brought down slowly. And I believe good things will come in the end. And, you know, you don't want to be totally cutting yourself off from the 3D world, because it's not about that. Some people think that it's about like totally cutting yourself off from 3D. It's not, because they want you separated at everything. This is why I'm going to be doing a chat sometime this week. Not yet, because I'm going to have about 2 days off. I need to get my jewellery done and stuff, and I want to come off the internet and not look at anything and see what's coming in with myself and seeing it's matching up, because a lot of things matching up with what I'm seeing and stuff. So I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, and all the thing, they're cutting off everything, but the biggest thing they've cut us off too was source your higher self, which is probably looking pretty alien to us. And somebody, I'll find out who it was doing a chat on it. I might have shouted it out, and I'm going to put it together for this week and tell you what it is. And I'm just like, this is what it's all about. Oh yeah, someone mentioned Prince Andrew today in the playground, and I said, yeah, they're trying to say on the mainstream, you know, oh, I didn't do this. Oh yes, you did, and we know. And it's going to come out whether they like it or not. It's going to come out whether they like it or not. Yeah, time out. Yeah, a bit of time out to do my creative creations, you know. And I just mean being in the focusing on, you know, and just not looking at anything. Sometimes when I'm listening to stuff in the background, it can still distract me. You know, I'll go a bit slower when I'm like, oh, I want to get this out. So yeah. Won't worry about Prince Andrew. It's all going to come out whether he likes it or not, or behind the scene, whatever. It's just like, we all know, you know, we all know. Someone said it in the playground today at school. I was like, oh, I know, trying to make out this, that, and the other. That's why there's a lot of things going on about the royals of, oh, look at this, and Kate Middleton, and look at this, because they're trying to distract everyone. Like, who's bothered about, I'm not being funny, that family, really? I think we've all got our own families to worry about that family. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. So yeah, as above, so beloved. Oh yeah, and it is as above, so below. With the higher self, our higher self is up here in this realm. We're down here in this realm. It's the one that guides us. It is us. It is us. It is you. But it's something you'd fear because you'd think it was alien. But your higher self, which I sort of see of your future self, is coming back to your past self now to help us. And just going to say before I go, now, if anyone knows about all the energies and the orbs and all this stuff that's going on, I don't know if I've said it on this channel, but sometimes I see, when I see an orb, especially in my bedroom, where they come from, I can see energy on the wall. I came across a video of someone talking about energy on the wall, trying to catch it. If that's where the being, or maybe your higher self or whatever, don't know if anyone's had that experience, but I'm having it, and I'm like, I can see. Who's 1911? I don't know. I know exactly what you're talking about. So you must have been in Cosmic Disclosure, not Cosmic Disclosure, Cosmic Agency. I was watching. I'm like, who is it? Who's the 91? Who's 1911? They said, oh, there's a, and I'm like, oh, don't know. And she never said. And I thought, is she going to say? Was it me? Is it you? Who is it? We were all like, because I was trying to ask about the orbs, because I get a lot of orbs in on channel. I've had one with wings in. I've got this thing about blue at the minute. When they say Tigetan as well, I always think, oh, I'm getting that backdrop with the tiger on it. It's blue. Don't know. And I do have a lot of like Pleiadian energy, I think it's blue. I haven't got a clue why I think blue, but blue. And then you've got that behind me. And then you've got the lovely, you know, these things that I paint and draw all the time. I don't know. So, yes, welcome As Above, So Beloved, because I think you're new in the chat. So I don't know who it is. I wonder if she'll ever say or give a bit of a code out to someone. Might be like, oh, but as soon as that popped up, everyone was like, who is it? Who is it? And I thought she was going to say, they said it was. And someone might not have a clue what I'm talking about. If you're into Cosmic Agency, then you'll know. If you're not, you won't, and whatever. But, you know, I do believe it's sort of our higher selves as well. Loads of stuff going on. Yeah, just love to love. Yeah, I get around chat rooms as well. I'm in a lot as well. You're just like, you know, all the ones that resonate, staff, I'm out there. But like I said, that's why I see the sort of sun and the moon, obviously. Sun and the moon, mother and father, and where are all the stars? And the stars are the children. What's past that? You know, the source is past that. Everyone's universe maybe has a little sun and a moon and all the stars to their system, because it's us, isn't it? We are the stars, not the fake ones, you know, as above, so below. They try to replicate on 3D Earth, on Earth, the above, but it's not. It's not natural, is it? We're the stars. They're trying to say, oh, look at the celebrities, the stars. Like, no, what Hollywood stars? No. Yeah. So I'm going to go, because that was just a quick chat to chuck in there. I'm going to go off and start sorting my stuff out, figuring out what I'm doing with this. If anyone knows what it is, it might be Jasper. Trying to sort some men's jewelry out as well. Putting all these together. These have got all little gemstones on. There's like 14 different bracelets. Because I make jewelry. And shakies. Love shakies. Shakies. So yeah. Yeah, we'll enjoy my day, and you lot enjoy your day as well. And I'll see you at some point in the week. I'm just going to have a couple of days off to just chill without looking at anything, and just get some stuff done. Dolly, are you ever going to... I know, I'm so naughty. Yeah, I did say someone helped me out with trying to get the lady printed off on canvas. So when I get some money together at the end of the month, I'm going to print one off for me. I'm going to see what the quality's like. I don't mean printing off, I mean on a canvas thing that could be sent out. They might do it internationally, I don't know. And I'm going to see what the quality's like. And then I might try the JFK Junior one and then see how that comes off. Because, yeah, well, mind you, don't think that'd come out big. That might have to stay the size it is. That one I want printed out on canvas. So yes, I will. I promise I will. I've just got to get some. See, that one can be printed off on ink on my computer, and then that one can be a little bit draper. And this one, so I'm looking at the detail, you see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test it out, but I will. I ran out of ink really quickly, so that's why someone said it's probably cheaper to get it done at the other thing. So, yes. People would have to let me know who's interested. Well, it has to be worth me going getting them printed. Actually, Jack, on the subject, if anybody knows, if I was printing from home the JFK Junior one, can you get a nice printer paper? Because obviously I don't want to print it on normal paper. Get a nice, like, thicker printer paper. Because that might come out all right, because I did print that picture off. That picture came out fine. That picture's just like, that picture. Jack! That picture. What are you doing? That picture came out fine. I just want it on nice paper. So, ask Tapper. So, Jack, what are you shouting at now? Being naughty. No. I'll let you out in a bit. You can't come out yet. So, yeah, that's a picture I did ages ago, and there's loads of different pictures I've been doing for ages where, oh, which reminds me. And I'll go on about this all the time, but you know when I did this picture ages ago, this just reminds me of that film, Higher Power. If you haven't seen it, I know Tapper has, but remember when I drew this ages ago, I was like, oh, see, there's my painting. Do you remember this? And then I watched Valerian. I was like, oh my God, it looks like a Valerian being, which they were all twinkly, weren't they? And a lot of us have got like the twinkly skin as well. Where is it? Now in the film, if you go and watch Higher Power, honestly, it's really good. You see a pair of eyes like that, you know, like, because we are the ones we've been waiting for. And when I said in my BQH session with Unbiased on the Fence the other day, and I said we were sending all this light out so it harmonizes everybody, and we have to come from the heart. And then I'm looking again at this picture thinking, oh my God, like, mind, body, spirit. Because, like I said, they went for all the others, didn't they? They went for the mind, they went for the body, and tried to cut us off from spirit. And it's all coming back because we've realised how to connect with the two realms in the Rainbow Bridge spirit telephone. Do you know what I'm saying? So, oh, thank you. Yeah, I have it. It needs repaint, and I have it just quite white, and then you can just mix it up. I'm trying to get something for here to cut this off. And one of them, what are them things called? Room dividers, so I can put all my artwork in the back. So, oh, talking about artwork, just before I go, as she says, just before she goes and stays on for about an hour. I'm going to go back to my session thing because I've seen something else. I thought, oh my God, here we go again. This was what I was drawing in bed last night, just like doodling away. And then sometimes I flip it and draw on the back the same sort of thing, but a bit different. And that was the other one that I got. So it sort of reminded me, we have two halves of ourselves, like protons, don't we, that they try to split in CERN, you know, and realise they come together. I'm going to talk about that another day. So we have like two sides. You could say the dark side of the moon and the light side of the sun. We have two selves, tried to split us off from the higher self. We've always been there. It's always been there. If you're listening and you're aware and you're meditating and you're being at one, you will start to bring things in. So I'm going to go. And I shall see you, what day are we on? Monday? Probably around Thursday, maybe. Oh, no, not Thursday. No, maybe Wednesday. We'll see. See what happens. I wear tiger's eye. It's helpful. Yeah, tiger's eye. I don't know what I think about tigers at the minute and lions. And I'm hoping to get this new one of these. And it's got a big blue lion on it in the cosmos. So it reminds me of like Lemuria or the Lyrans or something, I'd imagine. I don't know, but I just saw it and it just resonated. I thought, oh, that's really pretty, and I think it'd look nice behind me because I am always going on about this color blue, electrical, because the earth magnetism and the you know, the heavens above, blue, electrical, etheric, the etheric world. Yeah, just saying. I'm always drawn to tiger's eye in readings. Yeah, so remember we got a tiger on 2 readings the other day. Remember we said the tiger was trapped in this in sort of like, what with it, scrolls, I said like we've been hidden away from all this stuff. But I said if you keep poking a tiger, she'll bite back, won't she? Yeah, so I'll be coming back with a chat about a little bit about the moon and the sun, of what I also see going on there. Our higher selves being a bit alien and all that stuff. So don't know who that is. So I shall see you later. Bye. And get off. Have a good week.